No, it's the same. Okay, it's the same. Uh, every class is the same nation. Okay, so yeah, so nation is in the high school. Okay, just open a bit more for you to upload. Okay, for those for two people, you please okay, uh, upload that. Okay, then I close. One more, one more person. Okay. Now,
Cô Thắng
the
học cái gì
overall
bé?
marks like this, okay? So congratulations, you have done very well the quiz, okay? This is preparation for the test, okay? So good, right? So yeah, I also have three people with maximum marks, okay? So this time we have only 8 questions. However, where three people have done very well, and 8 people, excellent, okay? Okay, scored by 17, okay, out of 18, okay, and 5 people scored by 60, and another 7 people, okay, scored by 50, okay, right? So there are few people left behind, okay. All right. Now let's see what happened with the case. All right. All right. Okay, I'll close this one. Right. Okay, just only one question, correct? Mr. Haido. Hello. Mr. Haido. Hello. Hello. Can you turn on the camera, please? Then we can see you here or is not here. Can you please turn on the cameras according to the university rules? Haido, please. I would like you to explain what happened, then I can help you. Okay? Who's the hideout? Whose name? Email the hideout 197312. Okay, anyway, if you don't want to speak up, that's okay. But anyway, we see here. In order to ensure that employee knew how to treat customer, supplier, competitor, and other stakeholders, Principal wrote about his expectation set of standards. Expectation doesn't mean the rules, okay? Okay, it means that okay, we will write the code of ethics. Okay, we expect them to behave well. Okay, customer, supplier. Okay, so we don't have the code of rules, we don't have code of regulation, we don't have any code of moral because the moral is unwritten law, unwritten because law, something like this. Okay, or ethics. Ethics is a written law, but morals no. Okay, it's regulation. Okay, so we don't have this and only code of ethics. All right, so 22 people, okay, score correctly. Excuse me. All right, 25 people, yes, that's right. Social responsibility. This one you read more on the book, okay? All right, all right. Strategic goals and approval of major decision, okay, 19 of you, okay? All right, we'll be involved in the organization, then standard right and wrong, of course, ethics should be this way. But amazingly, so we have four, two, okay, we got 9 people, okay, got the wrong answer, okay. Okay, small manufacturers, it's related opportunities, what kind of the ethical dilemmas, individual dilemmas, that's right, correct. And whistleblower, correct, okay. External stakeholders, right. Unitarian approach, right, correct. Maximum people, maximum benefits. Okay, now any question for this one? Which question are you not sure of? Hello? Hello, I can't see you. Don't we see the name and the mute phone? Can you turn on the camera, please?
Yes, I have a question with
Yes.
cái câu của em nó có phần trả lời là quyết định cá nhân hay cái gì em cũng không nhớ lắm.
Which one? Individual, is that what you said?
Yeah.
The ethical.
Đúng rồi ạ.
The ethical. Yeah, this one.
Small. Yes, that's right. Tại vì như câu này em chọn là moral
Yeah.
right.
Okay. All right. Small manufacturers could allow waste to run off into the stream, right? That feed a local lake because it benefits them in short term. Instead, they follow a good disposal practice to avoid harming others in the long run, because it is their best long-term interest. Yeah. Okay. To have a good relationship with community. See, that's an individual. Okay. That's the individual. Now remember we have we call it utilitarians. Okay, maximum benefits, maximum people and everything. Okay, so individual you have to think about your best interest and according with the best society. Okay, remember that your best interest, but you have to get along with the best society. Good for you, but also good for your society also. Okay, justice is fair. Okay, we compare to good, good. Everyone is the good vote. Okay, so that's justice. Right. So we got four approach. Okay, to show the ethical elements. Individual, because for wood one manufactured, but for the long-term interest to the community too. Okay. So here, individual is not the person; it's a company. Okay, not a person. Okay, it's a company. So we need to think a bit larger. Okay. All right. So anyway, it's good. It's good. I'm happy with this one. So especially for those who score about the 60 and above. That's right. And some of you, okay, probably read again for the book. Right. So that's good. Now we get back to our the lecture today. Then I start recording this one, and I will upload again on the Google Drive, Google Classroom for you, okay, to watch it. All right, especially my explanation about the concept and the example of those, okay? All right, so the book is very beautiful, actually. When I read this book, I feel it's a great thing, easier for you to understand the concept and everything in the book. All right, so apart from the attending the class, so you need to spend more time on reading the book. Okay, all right. Now we start recording this one.
Recording in progress.
Okay, just quickly recap what we have done yesterday. Okay, we talked about the planning. Okay, the definition of planning. Okay, then we talk about the benefits of planning. All right, so remember we have 5. Okay, and we talk about different types of the plannings. We got strategic planning, we got tactical plannings, and we got the operational plannings. Okay, and they are different. Okay, the strategic planning, okay, is last about 1 to 5 years. Okay, and sometimes it could last about 40 or 50 years. Okay, however, for business, 5 years that's enough. Okay, and for the tactical planning, it normally lasts for 6 to 24 months. And in many cases, it lasts in Vietnam in particular, all right? So in Vietnam in particular, the tactical planning sometimes it lasts about 3 to 6 months, okay? Because this one is for the overall, okay, in the world, not in Vietnam in particular. Why in Vietnam it lasts a bit shorter? because in Vietnam, okay, the business they promise and probably they will disappear. Okay, then sometimes they need to focus in a short term. Okay, then 3 to 6 months. All right, and another one is the operational planning. Normally, it lasts on 1 week to 50 weeks. However, as I said before, all right, normally the operational planning is we will plan for every day for daily activities. Okay, we don't count for 1 week and we count for daily. Okay, right. So in order to make a plan, we need to show the problem of the mission. Okay, mission is what we dream of. Okay, why we are here. Okay, why we are here. The question is why we are here, and the vision is the vision is what we dream of. Okay, who we will dream about. Okay, who we want to be. All right. So is our image in the future. Okay, what it look like in the future. All right. The mission answers the question why we are here. Okay, the exist. And another one is a value statement. Okay, what values our company bring to the society, or what value do we want to emphasize? Okay, why we need to be here. All right. So yesterday we discussed about the 3 value statement of the Hiltons of the Facebook and Patagonia also. Okay, so we understand about the what is the values or what are the value statements too. Okay, all right. We talk more about the action plans. Okay, so what is the action plan? Action means we do. Okay, plan to do immediately. Okay, all right. So the action plan is to define the course of action needed to achieve a start goal or stage goal, a stage goal or desirable or desired goals, or we go like a set of goals. Okay, it depends on the purpose of the organization or the purpose of the department too. Okay, now the key words in here is the course of action. Okay, to achieve the stage goal. This means statement. Okay, we announce the goal, what we need to have, then how can we get that by doing the action plan. Okay, course of action just means the step to do it. All right, so first step to do, the second step to do it. All right, the action plan is easy. Okay, later on I give you an example. Probably I give it now. Okay, give you it now, the action plan. Okay, then that's easier. I'll show you what is the action plan. Okay, this is the action plan. Later on I will upload this one onto the Google Classroom for you to read this one. This is a 66 page. We talk about the action plan methodology, but actually we talk about strategic plan. We talk about the tactical plan, okay, and action plan too. All right. So this one is very easy for you to read and to understand. And what I give you later on, I'll show you what is the action plan here. Okay. All right. So it's simple. It is a template of the action plan. First, the title of the project. Why we need the title of the project? Because the action plan used to show one problem only. Okay, one problem. Sorry, what we'd like to achieve. Okay, then proposer, who proposed, organization, and date, and the introduction of the action plan, issue with the SWOT analysis. Okay, and we have the cost estimate and financing plan, project framework. Okay, then we have to do another thing. Then I give you this one. Okay, later on you can check it. This is a template for the making the action plan. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's the in theory and this one in reality. Okay. Now we get back to the definition of the action plan. Okay? The course of action just means how many steps, okay, we need to do and what we need to do, okay, and how can we do it, okay, to achieve the stage goal or the statement, okay, why we propose the goals, okay, and how can we do it to get that goals, okay. Now next one is operating plans, okay. The operating plan is a bit bigger than the action plan. Action plan is the smallest plan. Actually, it's not actually smallest, but in terms of the company, it's kind of the lowest one. Okay, that means action is mean day-to-day activity. That means the plan to do every day. Okay, so we call action plan. Now, operating plan, okay, is the middle, okay, to operate the whole factory or to operate in the one production line, okay. All right. So operating plan you cover we call like a bigger scope, okay, larger scope, okay, wider scope. All right. So what is the operating plan? Okay. Yesterday we talked about this already. However, today we talk more. All right. It's designed for 1 year period. Okay. Last for 1 year period. All right. Define how you conduct strategies based on the action plan. Okay. Yesterday we talked about the operating plan was the last three, right? The first one, sorry, just 1 second. Let's see. Now, the biggest one was the strategic plan, all right? The second one was the tactical plan. And the last one, the third one was the operating plan. But today we'll talk about the action plan. This is the smallest one, okay? Right, then we move to operating plan. It's designed for 1 year previous, okay? So it said that from 1 to 52 weeks, all right? Remember that, right? It defines how you conduct your business based on the action plan. The action plan here is a day-to-day activity also, okay? It identifies clear targets, such as revenues, okay, revenue, cash flow, and the markets, okay, the market share. Okay, later on we talk about this. All right, so operating plan, okay, as we said, is often lasts for from 1 week to 1 year. Okay, all right. They define how you conduct your business based on the action plan. It means that, all right, based on the action plan, how can you monitor? How can you manage it? How can you assign the resources, okay, to complete the action plan, okay? All right. So this one, we have to clear target, okay? And the action plan, we focus on the purpose. Why we do this, all right? And the target is what we would like to achieve, okay? All right. So what are the steps of the planning? So normally we have the 6 steps. In another case, we have 4, okay? But in our case, we use 6 steps. First one, we define the objective, all right? Okay, now, we often talk about the goal, right? Goals. But today, we talk about the objective. So, what happened? Are they the same or they are different? Anyone can explain a bit more about this before I do this one for you? Just want to check if you know that, and that's okay. I don't have to explain more. But if you don't, then I will explain. Okay. Anyone explain what is objective, what is the goals, and we compare the objective and goals, okay? Are they the same or they are different? Anyone? We see Ngọc Lan, hello. Straight off the camera. Oh, everyone, yes. All right. Okay, first question. All right. Are the objective and goals, they are the same or they are different?
I think it's the same.
It's the same. Okay. If you look up on the dictionary and you go to the internet and search the difference between goals and objective. Okay. Actually, it's on internet, but sometimes it explained a little bit difficult to distinguish between the objective and goals. Okay. Now, all right. So here we need to talk a bit more about objective, and then I explain. The first and the most crucial step in planning process is to determine what to be accomplished during the planned periods. Okay, planning periods. That is the objective. Okay. Now, the goals. The goal is what you would like to achieve. The final thing you would like to achieve. Okay. You set the goal. For example, you want to be the top 10. That is your goals. Okay, top 10. Or in terms of revenues, you say that your goal is to reach about 100 million US dollar per year. Okay, 100 million. That is your goal. Okay, the goal is very specific. However, the objective is not always the same. Objective is the process or the step to get the goal. Okay. Okay, if you look up on the dictionary, they are the same. Objective and goals, they are the same. However, in reality, objective, they are different, okay, from the goals. Objective, they mention about the step, the action step, okay, to perform in order to get the goal, okay. If the organization have the goals, but they don't have any objective, so it's hard to get the goal. Okay, and if the organization they do have the objective, but they don't have a clear role. Okay, then it's difficult for them. Okay, how can they measure whether they succeed or they fail? Okay, so we have to clearly define what we need to do. Okay, is our objective. Because we set the goals, okay, then we define the objective, okay, right? So is that clear? Is that clear? You can look up on the internet, but however, it's a little bit confused, okay? It's got confusion because everyone they have different, okay, point of view in terms of objective and goals. But in terms of business, okay, in terms of the business, goal, what we are going to achieve, okay? Objective, what we are going to do in order to achieve the goals, okay? And that is, all right, goals, that's it, all right? The first one is to define the objective, okay? So here, the first and most crucial step in the planning process is to determine what to be accomplished, okay? What to be accomplished during the planning period. Okay, to be accomplished. That means we need to do it. Okay, we need to do which one we need to do in order to get the goals. All right. For example, all right. I set the goal is the target revenue for this year is 100 million US dollar. So I said that okay, what can I do in order to get 100 million US dollars? Then I tell you, okay, the first step you need to do this one, all right? The second step to do this one, the next step to do this one, okay? Then that is our objective, all right? So what are my objectives? All right, the objective is the first one you have to set up, okay? The factory, you have to recruit the talent people, that's the first step. After you recruit the talent people, then you start planning your we call like the production plans, right? Then after you do that, then you have to monitor the quality and you hire foreigner to inspect the quality And the next one is to sell to the product in order to get the 100 billion US dollars. That's, for example, 3 steps. Okay, first step is to recruit the talent people. The second step is to manufacture the good products, and the next one is to sell the products. For example, that is the objective. What you need to be accomplished. Okay, what you need to do it. Okay, in order to get the goals. All right, so that is the objective. All right. All right, so the second one is to develop the premises, all right, the premises. And the third one is to evaluate the alternative, the identify the resources, plan and implement the tasks, and determine tracking and evaluation methods. Okay, all right, so we got 6 steps, and then we need to go one after that, okay? All right, so the premises. All right, the premises is where you like to take from. Actually, kind of the resources. Okay, this kind of resources. For example, okay, my objective is the first objective is to hire talent people or to recruit talent people, for example. All right, so where should I get the talent people? All right, where should I get the talent people? From province or from the city or from somewhere else or from overseas? All right, think about this. And then we evaluate the alternative. Right, if we don't have the talent from the city, all right, then we can recruit them from the country, from the province. Okay, and if we do that from the province, then where are they? Identify the resources. Okay, and if we identify them and we have the plan to recruit them, and we start announcing the job advertisement, for example. All right, then we have to determine tracking and evaluation method. Okay, we'll see whether the talent people, they have done what we expect from. Okay, so they are the 6 steps. All right, and I gave the example of H1 for you, that's easier for you to remember. Okay, is that clear? Hello, is that clear? 6 steps, just for one example, yes. Like this. Is that clear? Can anyone tell me about that? Is that clear before I go to the next one?
Yes.
Okay, good, right. All right. So you did the planning. Okay, you did the plan. So what is a good plan? Okay, everyone can make a plan. However, not every plan is good. Okay, then we need to evaluate that. Okay, we need to make assessment on the planning. Okay, see, all right, a good plan is based upon clear, well-defined, and easily understood objective. General objectives like improving morals or increasing the profits are ambiguous. We're not sure. How can you improve your morals? Morale is difficult. Okay, how can you measure that? Or increasing the profits. Okay, all right. So increase profits. Okay, from where to where? Okay, all right. And do not land to specific step and plan. Okay. If possible, objective must be quantified for the sake of simplicity. All right. So the objective should be in the numbers. Okay. Now, objective is to hire 100 talents people. Okay, that's it. My objective is to hire or to recruit 100 talent people. Then it's easier to measure. Okay, so the objective should be clear and well defined. Okay, and easy understood the objective. Okay, I know, but you said that okay, improving the morals. How can you improve the people morals? Okay, because the moral is we call like the social. Okay, all right. we got social boundaries. Okay, ethnic is a we call organization. Moral focus on the social, okay, or society. Okay. All right. So we need to make sure, okay, our objective, goals, and everything should be clear. All right. So later on, we need to examine some of the planning, and we define if it is a good or is it not really good planning. Or here you have to do the plan again, for example. Okay. Now, here we focus on the cycles of the making plans. Okay. Right. So we got the two planning steps. That's easy to see, right? First, you have to make it, then you implement the plans. Okay, all right. So once you implement this, right, then you need to control it. Make sure that you make sure that the plan is right, run smoothly, and everyone understand that. All right. Don't make the plan, carry out the plan, and leave it. Okay, but we need to control it. Okay, according to the plan, you need to do this, you need to do that. Okay, all right. Then we need to, all right, control the direction in two ways. Okay, first correcting. Okay, you have to fix it. All right, the first one, you see the plan is okay, but people they don't do according to the plan. Then you have to correct them. Okay, all right, all right. The second one is what? Is okay. Let the plan goes. All right. Then we try to repair the plan or to improve the future plans. Okay. We have to go back here and fix the plan, and we start doing the same. So it's a kind of the circle. Do it, fix it, and make it. Do it and fix it. So we go like the circle and the circle like this. Okay. That is simple, right? Make the plan, implement the plan, right? Check if the plan is all right, and fix them if they are okay. If there are something we can fix it, and if there are something we can't fix it, then we will do fix the plan later on. We make the plan again, okay? To make a plan again and do it again. Okay, it's kind of the we go two control steps. All right, the first one control the direction by comparing with the result, with the we call that plan. Right, the result, what happened? Okay, what we achieve and according to plan. Okay, do we achieve what we expect for? Okay, then if not, then we need to correct it. Okay, and if we can't correct it, then we have to fix the, we need to make a new plan and we start doing it again. Okay, for example, right, a school, okay, a university, they make a plan to get new students, for example, to get new students. All right, so we make a plan, okay. Our target this year is to recruit about 1,000 students. Okay, that is the plan. Okay, I give you do this in order to get 1,000 students. Then we start doing the plan. Okay, that is stage number 2. All right, then we monitor the plan. Okay, we monitor everyone to make sure that they recruit enough students. All right. Now, for example, here they just recruit about 800 students. So we need 2 more, all right, 200 more, okay? Then we compare, when we see with the direction here. Okay, if we can fix the plan, for example, instead of going to the Hanoi to recruit students, then we have to go to Halong, Quang Ninh province, we go to the Zhejiang province to get more students. Okay, if it's okay, then we do it. All right, and if it's not okay, then we have to make new plan again. Probably we have to reduce the number of students, or we have to increase more staff to recruit students in order to get the job done. Okay, so it's example of the making plan and implementing the plan and fixing the plan too. Okay? Is that clear? Is that clear? That example clear? Hello, Miss Ngọc Lan, is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, good. There we go. All right. So now, yesterday we talked about the strategic management. All right, we talked about the plan. All right, and strategic management. Remember, yesterday I talked about what is the strategic management. Strategic management is the process that involves a manager from all parts of the organization. It means that from the top management, middle management, and first line management, they all involved, okay, in the formulation and the implementation of the strategy and the strategic goals. Okay, it means that strategic management, every management level have to work together, okay, have to action together in order to implement the strategy and strategic goal. Okay, now imagine that in the organization, only top managers and the middle managers, they involved in formulation and implement the strategy. But the first line manager, they don't do it. Then it's not kind of strategic management. And the company will should be failed. Okay. So it should be bankruptcy also. Okay, because they don't do the good strategic management. Okay. All levels of the management have to involve in doing the strategy. Okay. Now we get back to the definition of strategy. Strategy is a large scale, okay, the larger scale action plan that set the direction for for an organization. Where should we go? That's what I often say. Okay, where should we go from now? Okay, from here. Okay. Another definition is strategy is a way we win. Okay, how can we win in the future? That is another definition. If you go to the internet and you search for the definition of strategy, you can see many definitions of strategy because they stand in different point of view and they define according to their point of view. Okay. However, in the business areas, strategy is a way we win. Okay. How can we win? Okay. How can we get the most benefits in the future? All right. So this definition is the general definition. Is a large scale action. That means that the overall action of the company. Then where should we go in order to get the objective or to get the goals? Okay, the direction where to go. For example, we are here at the bottom of the business, then we have to make a strategic plan, okay, in order to get into the fifth largest company. This is a big one, okay, that our organization need to go from here to there. Okay, that is a strategy. In order to do that, so the whole company, all right, the whole organization need to work together, okay, and to become a very strong organization, okay. And if they don't work together, then it's a problem, okay. Now the question is why, okay, we need to have the strategic management, okay. Why the strategic planning are very important, okay. As I said before, strategic management is the involvement of all levels of the management. They work together, try to implement the organization strategy, okay. And because it provides direction and the momentum. Remember yesterday we talked about the benefits of the planning. It's also similar, okay. All right, direction and momentum. If we don't have the plan, so how can we know where we go? Okay, all right. Encouraging new ideas also the same. Okay, we have to encourage people. Okay, to provide the ideas. How can we get there from here? Okay, and another one we to develop the sustainable competitive advantages. Okay, All right, so you need to read the book. We need to read about the virals, okay? How can you define your competitive advantages? How can you know, okay, if you are better than your competitor? So use the viral, okay, the viral strategy to it. Value, all right, all right, all right, right. So we try to reach this one, okay. Unlimited, okay. So reality and organization, okay. Try to reach this one, okay, in the textbook. So we use a viral formula, we call formula, okay, to identify whether, okay, we are better than our competitor, okay. Now, we define what is the strategy. Sorry, what is the a good strategy. All right, the good strategy should be have the clearer goals and objectives. Okay, it should not be ambiguous. So it should be more specific. Then people will know how to do it. However, in here, so we call what is an effective strategy. Now, effective. What does this mean? Can anyone remember this one from the beginning? I talk about the effective management and effectively, okay, efficient, okay, efficient and effective, okay, efficiency, effectively. Remember that from the beginning?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you explain a bit about the effective and efficient or effectively and efficiency? Then we map in here that area. Okay.
Um, I think effective is expressing a successful result.
Yeah. Good. All right. Yes. All right. Yes. Good. Now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Effective. That means we get the result. Okay, with the less efforts, with the less cost. Yes. So effective strategies have been we achieve the results. Okay, that we spend less time, spend less resources. Okay, that is now in terms of doing that. In terms of having that this one, we got the strategic positioning. Positioning. That means where we are. Okay, position. Okay, we are at the top, or we are at the middle, or we are at the bottom. Okay, strategic positioning. Remember the strategies, all right? Okay, the long term, okay, the long term goal, the long term, okay, activity and so on. Strategies mean we focus on long term, okay. So, and we got strategy. Strategy that means how can we win, okay, in the future. And another thing we can define from the textbook or from the previous slide I will show you, okay. Now, strategic positioning, that means we need to identify where should we stand, okay, where should we stand in the market. We stand at the top of the market, or we stand at the bottom or in the middle. Okay, later on we use a BCG matrix and we do the strategic positioning later on. Okay, so what does this mean? It's the attempts to achieve a sustainable competitive advantages. Sustainable, okay. Sometimes we call stable, okay. Stable. It's not mean that today we are strong, but tomorrow we are not very strong. It's unstable. But sustainable competitive advantages means we always on top. Our position is always on top. Okay, and by preserving what is distinctive about the company, no one can compete it. Okay, now in terms of the mobile phone, okay, in terms of the mobile phone, the smartphone, the iPhone and another smartphone like Samsung, like the Huawei or so on, okay, they are competing very tough, okay, but the iPhone is a distinctive, okay, products. Okay, no one can beat that. Okay, I don't know whether in the future probably it will be beaten, but so far, okay, the iPhone is still the best one. Okay, remember in the past we got Nokia. The Nokia was the best, okay, the best mobile phone in the world. But later on, it was overthrown by the iPhone. And I don't know in the future, okay, which company will overthrow the iPhone, okay. But however, now the strategic positioning of the iPhone is this one, is on top, okay. They position them on top by having a certain sustainable competitive advantages, okay. All right, the second one is the performing the different activity from rivals or performing a similar activity in different ways. You see? Now, different activity from rival. Rival is, for example, a competitor. For example, the iPhone, okay? They produce, iPhone, they produce a smartphone. And Samsung and Huawei and even B phone in Vietnam, okay? And another phone also. They also make the, 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 uh, the smartphone. However, all right, iPhone, they have a different app, okay? They have different kind of the activity, all right? That the people still loving to have, okay, the iPhone, okay. However, yes, it depends. But for rich people, they prefer iPhone, okay, than the Samsung or than the other smartphone. All right. So the difference. However, some company uh, they are doing the different way, but in the similar activities. Similar activity, what does this mean? This means I provide the iPhone, okay, the smartphone, you also provide the smartphone. But it's a different way. This means that, okay, I use a button, but other one use the fingerprint, other one use the voice recognition, okay. All right, so we similar activity, but we use a different ways. The way we operate, the way we use the product is different. Okay, so it is kind of positioning. That means no one can imitate what we are doing. So we are still remaining, okay, competitive advantages. No one can imitate that. Okay, this one we done yesterday. So today I will pass it, right? So yesterday we got the flow of this one, right? And today we provide more the feedback on this one. That's okay, that's easy. All right, so finish this one, all right? Now we talk a little bit more about the common grand strategy. Grand strategy is a big, very big strategy for the whole organization. Okay, so we need to have a growth strategy. How can we grow? Okay, we increase our revenue, we expand our company. Okay, right? We recruit more people. That is strategy to growth. Okay, expand sales revenues, market share, number of employees, or number of customers. Okay, we increase more. That's a growth strategy. Then every company will need to have the growth strategy. The VinFast is, for example, okay, they try to expand the car, all right. Initially, they produce the Fadin car, right? Then they expand another car, the electricity car, all right, electric car, for example, okay. Then everything is we call a smart car, all right. Self-driving cars also they expand that, okay. So initially, the Vin Group, they only focus on buying the land and selling your house. Okay. Later on, they expand to the hospital. They expand to the education. Now we have the Vin University. Okay, Vin School, Vin University. They start expanding now. Their we call like the areas of operation. Okay, not only for the housing area, they focus on the health, focus on education, they focus on the automotive, I mean making a car, okay? And we don't know later on they will make the satellite, for example, okay? The first one is the growth strategy. The second one is stability, okay? Stability means that you need to be stable. Okay, no significant change. Okay, that's some case we need to be keep. Okay, the same. Okay, all right, no change, not significant change. And another one is we talk about the defensive. Defensive just means we have to protect our organization. Okay, all right, protect our organization by the reduction of the organization effort retransfer. Okay, this means that okay, who will attack our organization? We need to face with that. Okay, because we have a lot of the competitor outside. Okay, okay. So can you hear the name in the Shark Tank? The Shark Tank, right? This is for startup. It's the same like this. Okay, shark. Okay, they try to bite. Okay, the company. If the company don't know how to, doesn't know how to defend themselves, then they will be swallowed by the shark, right? So the grand strategy need to focus on growth, need to focus more on stability, need to focus on defensive, okay, to protect the company, okay? Now we that is the summary, okay, the summaries of the growth strategy. What are they, okay? And this one I give you a time to read this one, okay? That's easy anyway, all right? Now, this also always, okay, the same with the previous one. Formulate the strategy, implement the strategy. Okay, how can we have the strategy? The first one, we need to have the strategy first. Then we have to do that. Okay, implement that in the reality, right? So that's easy. All right, so can read more. Now I would like to focus on the SWOT analysis. This is very important for you to define the strategy. All right. All right. So strategy is mean how can you define? Okay, how can you win? Okay, the goals or the objective in the future. Then you have to conduct the SWOT analysis. Okay. Now, so we got the SWOT SC. So it's strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. Okay, so it's the we call SWOT. Okay, strengths. So here we got two things: strength and weaknesses. Okay, they are inside matters of the organization. Okay, then the opportunities and threats, they are the outside matters of the organization. Okay, so just one question for one of you. Can you explain yourself? Okay, think yourself as an organization. Can you explain some of your strengths and weaknesses, also the opportunity for you and strength for you in order to get the degree? Okay, so the purpose, the goals, the ultimate goals, okay, the strategic goal is to have the degree, okay, to have the finance and banking degree, okay, in the Vietnam Banking Academy. All right, so can you identify your SWOTs? What are those strengths? What are the weaknesses? And what are the opportunity and threats, okay, in order to get the degree from the banking academy? All right, anyone volunteer to analyze our SWOTs? All right, so I ask you, Miss Ngang Nguyen, hello.
Yes.
All right, now your objective or your strategy, okay, the goals is about to have the degree from the Vietnam Banking Academy, right? In order to get that one, you have to analyze yourself, okay, about your strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats in order to get the degree. All right, can you explain a bit about yourself? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And opportunity, also the threats? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, clearly define the goal first. What is the goal? To get a degree or what? After 4 years study, all right, then your goal should be the degree of the Vietnam Banking Academy, right?
Yes.
All right, so in order to have that one, so you need to identify yourself, all right, in order to overcome the problems. So see here, there's your strength, your weaknesses, your opportunity, and threats. Can you analyze some of your thoughts? How do you think, okay, you are good at in terms of what? Do you know how to explain that? Your strength.
I don't know.
You don't know about the strength. How about the weaknesses? Okay, you don't know either, right? Okay, that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Uh, Miss Phạm Phương Mai, hello.
Yes, teacher.
Oh yes, all right. Can you do the SWOT analysis about yourself in order to get the degree from the Vietnam Banking Academy?
I don't know that.
You don't know. Which one you think you are good at? How about the studies? How about the you are a hardworking student? Okay, you like working with people. You study English very well, and so on in order to get the degree, for example. And the weakness is sometimes it's like sometimes you are lazy, for example. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, thank you, Miss Phương Mai. Okay, Miss Hiền Mai, hello. Can you share with the class about our SWOT analysis?
Okay. I have done SWOT analysis about me before.
Yeah.
So my strength is communication.
Mm-hmm.
Um, work about media.
Mm-hmm.
It write content and get the trending. Get
Mm-hmm.
the trending on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And my weakness is sometimes I think not really logically.
Not really logical.
Yeah,
Okay.
not really logically. Uh, and my English, my language is limited,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and opportunities for me is working for media companies,
Mm.
work about marketing, and do do some jobs like freelancers.
Mm.
And and my treat is my majors now is different from my passion. I mean, now I'm studying about finance,
Mm.
and everything I want to do in media.
Mm.
That's my treat. When I graduate, I don't have any a degree about media.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I think it's one of my difficulties.
Mm. Okay, that means you have to overcome that, right?
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
it threats? Good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good explanation about your SWOT analysis. All right. So I need to have another question to explain. Okay. All right. Don't worry about the English speaking skill. Okay. You speak every day, then you will improve. Okay. Um. Okay. It's the Thanh Tâm. Hello, Trần Thanh Tâm. Miss Trần Thanh Tâm, hello. I can't hear you. All right, Mr. Dũng, hello. Hello, Mr. Dũng. What happened with you now? Okay. Again, Lê Quang Hưng, hello.
I'm here.
Yes. Can you give the short analysis about yourself in order to get a degree from the university?
Sorry, teacher.
Yes. That's okay. That's okay.
Sorry, but I have no idea before.
You have no idea about yourself, right? So how can you get the degree? How can you get the Vietnam Banking Academy degree if you don't know about yourself?
I spend my time to study and
Okay, all right. Don't worry about it. Okay, because today the first day we study about SWOT analysis, so probably it's a bit difficult for you to analyze. Okay, I give example. Okay, give example. All right, good. All right. Now SWOT analysis is to identify how good you are. Okay, and what are the opportunity or what are the threats? Okay, now we focus on this. Now the goal is to get the degree, of course. Okay, the degree. Okay, degree. Now that is the goals. Okay. Now in order to get the degree, you need to know about yourself first. All right. So talk about the strengths. All right. So if you are the hardworking student, you study every day, every night. Okay, do every homework and exercise. Okay, that's also the strengths. Okay, and another one is easy to learn. Okay, easy to learn, easy to get to make friends with people. So to learn from another student. Okay, good. And another strength is the teamwork skill. Okay, you can work with another people very well. So your strengths. Okay, all right. So that is the good things, and the bad thing of you is the weaknesses. How do you perceive? Okay, you are not good at the inside. All right, the inside of the cell, not outside. Okay. Now, for example, my weakness is easy to forget, for example. Okay, easy to forget. All right. And another thing is that, all right, English skill is still very limited. It's also the weaknesses, for example. Okay. All right. So you think about yourself and you think something is this is not very good of you. All right. So list out of them. Okay. Now, the inside of yourself, so we have the strengths and weaknesses, okay? And outside of you, right, they are the opportunity and threats. Now, opportunity to get a degree is what? You study in the English speaking environment, so you got the opportunity to get this one. So another opportunity is you work with someone else from the another company, all right? So you can learn from them, all right? So another opportunity is you learn from the very experienced teachers, so they share the experience with you, so you learn this easier, right? That's the opportunity for you to get a degree, for example, okay? And the stress, something prevent you from getting the degree, okay? All right, the stress from the outside matter, right? All right, for example, all right, the weather, okay? The weather is not very nice for me to go to the school every day, for example, it's outside. And the location, okay? I stay very far from the university, it's also a stress. And another thing is, for example, my family, they don't have much money for me to pay for another class in order to get a degree. That is the interest also. Okay, and another threat is the competition from the another classmates. They are studying very well, and I have to study very well too. Otherwise, I will be the last student, okay, in the rank, for example. All right. So SWOT analysis, that means they allow you to see yourself as an organization. Okay. So from the individual to the organization. Okay. All right. So it's a kind of the SWOT analysis.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
Hiểu biết đúng không ạ? Tại vì ví dụ như là bây giờ em muốn vào một công ty nhưng mà em lại không có những thông tin đầy đủ để đánh giá về cái bảng SWOT này của công ty đấy, thì làm sao để biết công ty ấy phù hợp với bản thân mình ạ? Ví dụ cái em thấy khó nhất để đánh giá công ty đấy là opportunities, và thi thoảng nó là weak. Tại kiểu có một số cái thông tin về kiểu điểm yếu công ty và sẽ được bảo mật các thứ thì làm sao em biết để đánh giá công ty đấy ạ?
That's right, correct. Yes, in order to access to analyze the company, especially for their weaknesses. No one want to tell their weaknesses, right? Okay, the weaknesses is that we call secret thing of the organization. However, you can watch when first from the we go from the employee in that company. Just interview them, okay? See, okay, if they are happy with that, and if they don't, okay, if they are not happy with that, then you have to ask about why, okay? And the another weaknesses of the organization is the market share, okay? You see how much, okay, they account for the total market, all right? And another thing is the competition also, okay? The competition. They are losing a lot of things, okay, during the competition, okay? So people leaving the organization, they don't want to work for the organization. So that kind of weaknesses, okay? They don't provide you the weaknesses, but you need to conduct a research and analyze the weaknesses, okay? The opportunity, you have to put that organization in the whole environment, okay? See if the environment is support to the company or the environment doesn't support the company, okay? All right. So for example, the mobile phone in Vietnam, the B phone, for example, okay? The B phone. Now he want to operate they want to make the smartphone, the Vietnamese smartphone. All right. He have to analyze. He have to conduct a SWOT analysis about it. Right. We talked about the threat, the opportunity. First, we talk about the opportunity. Is that a chance for the B phone developed in Vietnam? So how the organization take advantage of the opportunity in here? Now, opportunity for the B phone is we have the more than 80 million people, okay, all right, and they are willing to pay for the mobile phones, all right. That opportunity. However, it's also the threat, okay, also the threat because the other company they also provide the smartphone. Now we got the VinFast also produce the Vin can't remember the name of the can't remember, but anyway, the VinFast also makes a smartphone. But however, now they stop making that. Okay, because there is not much or not many opportunity for them. Okay, all right. All right, so we'll talk this one a bit more later on if you like to discuss, okay? And we need to go, all right? Okay. We talk about the Porter 4 competitive strategy. Okay. Anyone ever heard about the Porter 5 force? Hello? Mr. Bình An, hello? Hello, Mr. Bingan. Hello. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Have you ever heard about the Portal 5 Force?
Never.
You never. You haven't. Okay. And you haven't read the textbook before we go to class, right?
I'm sorry.
Okay, it's all right. Next time, please, before we go to class, okay, can you please read the textbook first? Then we can go a little bit quicker, otherwise we're always running late, okay? All right. Now, the Portal 5 forces, all right? All right, so here they talk about the 4 competitive strategy. Normally we have the Portal 5 force, okay, 5 forces. But now we talk about 4 competitive strategy. Now, why we use a Portal 5 force or 4 force, okay? In order to have the competitive advantages, we have to analyze ourselves. Not only for SWOT analysis, we have to use a Portal 5 force, okay? All right, so we got the cost leadership strategy, okay? Now, company needs to use a cost, okay? The price of the product as the weapon, okay, to fight with the competitors, okay? So we got cost leadership, okay? Keep the cost and hence the price of a product, okay, below those competitors. China is the same thing, okay? Chinese people, they produce the products, okay, with low cost. Then they sell the product, okay, with a low price. And Chinese government, they do the same thing to the whole world. And they win in every, we call every competition, okay? In Vietnam, in China, America, and so on, okay? The Chinese products made in China, okay? These are cheap products, all right? So they use cost, okay? So China's government, they use cost leadership strategy to win the competitors, okay? These are the first one according to Porter 5 forces, all right? All right. Now, cost focus strategy. Okay, keep the cost of product below those competitors. That's why. Focus on the differentiation. Okay, if you want to win, okay, in the competitive market, you have to focus on the differences. Okay, how can you distinguish? How can the customer distinguish your products? Okay, from another product? Okay, iPhone, Samsung, okay, smartphone, all right. So are they different? Okay, so the iPhone try to make the product, okay, different from the Samsung smartphone, okay. Try to make a difference. Different not only for the appearance, but different for the all the function as well. Okay, because the functionality. Okay, all the functions they are different. Okay, so the customer. Okay, I got this one good because it got the different function. Okay, so focus on differentiation. How can we make the product differ from our competitor? That is competitive strategies also. Okay. Now we move to the BCG matrix. Okay, BCG matrix we call like Boston Consultant Group. Okay. Today we go a bit quick, right? Because we need to have time to discuss. All right. So I require you to read the book. Okay. To spend more time to read the book because the time in class we have very short, limited. Okay. Now the BCG matrix. You see here, this is Boston Consultant Group. Okay. So the history of this one. Can you please read the this on the internet? Okay. Now I analyze this one for you. Okay. Now, according to the BCG matrix, so we have the Schwartz matrix, right? Schwartz. Okay. Now this time we have the BCG, okay, Boston Consultant, okay, group. Now, we divide the market in 4 areas. Okay. Now, on the left-hand side, we got the market growth rate. Okay. And the bottom is the market share. Okay. Anyone know about the market share? Hello? The market share.
Thị trường cổ phiếu đúng không ạ?
The market share is the amount of the market you are selling off. Okay. In Vietnamese thì cái thị trường đấy, tức là mình chiếm lĩnh bao nhiêu thị trường. Okay, thị phần ở trên thị trường. Okay. Alright, the market share and the growth market. Okay, so according to this thing, alright. Now, how you position yourself? Alright, in the star position, in the cash cow position, or in the dog position, or in the question marks. Okay, let's talk about the mobile phone of the iPhone. Okay, the iPhone. Where are they now? In the position of the BCG markets. Okay, matrix, sorry, the matrix. Now, we need to read this one first. Star have high growth, high market share, definitely keepers. Okay, the cash cows have slow growth but high market share, income, finance, star, and question marks. And the question mark is the risky new ventures. Some will become star and some will become dog. The dog have the low growth, low market share, should be important result. Okay, now we use the iPhone to analyze this one. Okay, iPhone. Now, according to the description of the BCG matrix, any one of you can distinguish or can position where the iPhone stay or where the iPhone is standing. iPhone has the high growth, high market share. Do you think the iPhone have high growth? That means they develop too fast. Every year they have a new version of the iPhone. Okay, and high market share is about many people try to buy it. Okay, the market share doesn't mean the percentage of their products they sell. Okay, high growth, high market share. Is that the iPhone in here or iPhone in here? Can anyone tell me about this? Hello?
I think iPhone is stars.
Is a star.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The iPhone is star. Good. All right. Anyone have another opinion? Just one second. Stop. Okay. It's okay. All right. All right. Now, one opinion said that the iPhone is still in the star position. It means high growth, high market share. Okay. All right. Now, anyone have another opinion about the iPhone? Okay. Now I may explain this one a bit. Can you remember when was the first iPhone appear on the market?
Yes, iPhone 2 or 3.
When was that? 2003.
No, in 2000 khi mấy hồi lúc sống 2011 or 2012, I think so.
2011. Okay.
2011 and 2012.
Okay. All right. Good. Right. Let's see the diagram here. Okay. This is the market share. Okay, the market share. This is the market growth rates. Okay. All these market shares are the same. Now, let's say, for example, the iPhone. We talk about the iPhone. Okay. Let's say about 2011. The iPhone starts selling their first the smartphone, for example. Now, here is 2021. Okay, and probably here is about 2030, for example. That's what 2030. Okay, now if the iPhone start developing their mobile, then they work in here. Okay, they work in here. All right, they work in here. The question mark because they don't know where to where the new ventures, and some will be stars. This is even up here, and some will be the dogs. All right. So when you start, okay, selling job product, it is the question marks. It is a question mark because you don't know. Okay, and you see that okay, the market say many people will buy it. Okay, but we don't know whether they like it. Okay, whether they like it. Then they start here. Now it's here also up here. They start developing the product in 2014, for example. 2000 and let's say 14. They keep developing, and many people run out for buying the iPhone. Some people they flew to Singapore and wait for 3 days in order to get a new iPhone, for example. They still in the question mark because we don't know where the market should go. Okay, all right. Now, in here, that's going to be star. High growth, high market share. That's the number of people buy this more, and the market share is higher. And up to here, now it's 2021, the iPhones becomes a cash cows. No growth, you see. Before that, every year, okay, the iPhone has a new version. Okay, have new version. But now they start slowing, okay, have the new version. 2 years, they have a new version, and they're going to have the 13, right? The version, okay, 13 version. Now, it's not longer to have a new version, and they're going to be cat cows. Cat cow does mean you have slow growth, but you high market share. That means we have still many people to buy the products. Okay, many people still buying the products, so we have the high market share. Okay, now and another year they don't have the new version. Okay, to the market, and the market share start. Okay, we call it sinking. Right, people don't want to buy the iPhone anymore because they don't have new features. Okay, then it start going down here. Then the iPhone will become the dog. Then they have to quit the market. Okay, quit the market. Okay, because we don't have much time, then we need to move to the discussion. And if we have more time, we have to discuss about. Can you think of any company? They were very good in the past, but now they never exist in the market now. Okay, for example, the Nokia. Okay, the Nokia also. Okay, but yeah, because the time is not letting us to spend more on this. Okay, now we work in group. Okay, we work in group. Can you please work in group? And I'll give you about 15 minutes. Okay, give you 15 minutes. Give you 15 minutes to read the case study, and then we do the discussion. Okay, we do the discussion later on. All right. So
Recording stopped.
Please open the. Let's see this one. Okay, we talk about the microimporter discussion. Or we need to do the SWOT analysis here now. Let's see which one we should like to do. We would like to do this one, key point. Okay, we do the supporter 5 force, 4 force strategy. Because this one we run a bit quick for this one. Okay. Now, can you please open to the yeah. Key points and we use to see management in action. Okay, can you go to the page 197? Okay, this one, management in action. The IKEA focus on growth. Okay, spend about 15 minutes, then we get back for the discussion. Okay, I will open the group for you. Okay. Can you please open the page 97, okay, and start reading the management in action. Oh yes, okay, 2007, okay. Hello, can you please quick, okay, quick getting into the discussion room.
Thầy ơi, em vừa
Yes.
bị out ra rồi chưa?
It's okay, it's okay. Mr. Hưng, hello. You going to which room? Which room number you like to join? Okay. Have you finished discussion? Or it's a bit short? Hello?
To be honest, it's not enough time for us to finish this.
It's okay. All right. So probably from next week I will prepare the case study first. Okay. And give you enough time to read and to go to the class to discuss. Okay. All right. Next time I'll fix this. I prepare the case study first and send you. I require you to read at home first because you have more time to read and you have more knowledge and to discuss. Okay. Otherwise, yes, it is too short. But anyway, all right. Just quickly grab the ideas from the case study and just the report back. And yes, I understand some of you may you did not have time to read the book first, then you go to class. It's everything. It's unknown. Try to fix the problems. Okay, next time. Okay, as I said on the syllabus, which chapter you would like to read, then just prepare for that. Okay, because we go to the class, 1 hour, 2 hours, it's run very fast. Okay, our teacher don't have much time to explain it much in detail. So just focus on the key things and explain further for you. Like today, I ran a bit fast. And yes, in order to finish a bit earlier for you to read the case, but again, still not enough time. But anyway, I would like to hear from you. All right, just some of you. All right, so next time we'll fix the problems. Okay, anyone who volunteer to do this one? Hello? All right, so group number 1. Can you give some comments only? That's okay. The comments only. Hello? Group number 1. Mr. Trưởng, Hương Nhi, Mr. Bảo, Đắc Long, Ngọc Trinh, Ngọc Lan, hello? I can't hear any response from you. Mr. Trưởng, hello? Is he still got a problem? So you are very shy to explain something? Hello, Mr. Trưởng? Is he Hương Nhi? Hello, because we are running out of time now. Okay, Mr. Quân first. Anyway, in room number 2, we are waiting for the number 1.
I'm not sure if I'm ready for this.
Are you not ready for this?
I'm not so sure because it takes me a lot of time to actually read and analyze it.
Okay, so I leave this one for next week discussion. Okay, but we need to understand this one because this is very important. Okay,
that sounds like a very good idea.
All right, so we agree that leave this one for the next week discussion. Okay. Yes. Okay, good. All right, anyway, so we have run out of time for the class. Anyway, probably I need to fix the problem now. Okay. Now, next week, okay, we will discuss this one. Okay, this is compulsory for discussion. Okay, or as a homework. What do you think? The kind of homework. So we need to have 2 homeworks if we do this one. First homework is for the learning objective, and the second homework is this one. Is that too much? I would like to hear from you before I make a decision. Is that too much for you, 2 homeworks, or we need to discuss this one next time?
If we were about to do this case study, do we individually have to finish every question?
Oh yes, okay. According to we call it the designing of the books, this is for discussion. Okay, this for discussion. See the discussion. I mean, we will do in class. Okay. If this one will leave the next week, then how long does it take? It's normally will take about 15 minutes for discussion. At least 6 questions like this, right? A minimum of 3. Okay. Then that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, so go home and read this one first, okay? And it have the ideas. And next time we'll spend about a maximum of 10 minutes for discussion, okay? To make sure you understand the meaning of the case study, because this one is it cover a lot of things from the SWOT analysis to the Porter, we call it Porter competitive strategy. Okay, we need to read this one. All right, so do this way, okay? Now, go home, read this one. Next time, after we finish the quiz, then we start discussion this one, okay? Then we'll go for the new lecture, okay? For new lecture. But anyway, still we have to run quick, otherwise we don't have enough time. Okay, is that all good? All right, all good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, thank you very much. We'll see you next week. All right, have a wonderful weekend, and don't forget to read the textbook. Okay?
And you have a wonderful weekend as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
Cheers.
goodbye,
Bye
teacher.
bye. Cheers.
Sorry, teacher.
Yes.
I have something to say.
Yes.
When you call me, I don't know why my phone's so loud, so I can't open the call to answer you.
It's okay. It's okay. I read the message. It's okay.
Sorry.
No worries. It's okay.
Recording in
nếu mà mở ra bây
progress.
giờ mà nó lan ra thì nó cũng dở, đúng không? Mỹ tiêm chủng hết rồi mà nó lại bắt đầu nó quay lại một đợt tiếp theo, không hiểu nó sẽ xảy ra như nào.